Hello everybody, this is Alex from Hardcoring Guides, being my guide for Uncharted Drake's Fortune on Crushing Difficulty. Today we're doing Chapter 19 entitled Unwelcome Guests. This is pretty much just a quick transition into the next chapter. I mean, I went back and I reset, but you do just have like a really fast transition into this one. And just a beginning fight, of course. And the whole point of this part right now is to go through and turn off each of the security thingies. Or, I guess, at the very least, open the bunker doors. Or whatever it was, yeah, either way. You got two different panels you have to go to. And two different levers to pull or whatever. Just avoid most of the golems if you can. If you're having trouble with them getting in your way, just, blind fire, shoot them. You don't have to kill them. But just at the very least, just shoot them with blind fire or something. So that way they get stunned and they don't try to go for an attack. Real fast, this is, I would probably consider one of the hardest chapters in the game. There's only like maybe a couple of chapters I can think of that would qualify as the hardest, and this is definitely up there for one of them. Which, I mean, to be fair, it is a final area, so it does make sense for it to be kind of hard. And it's really only hard because if you're trying to kill everything that we'll have to fight later, and you'll see what I mean when we get there. When you're trying to kill off Navarro's men, they, just with the added effect of having to fight the golems with them, it is just weirdly, stupidly difficult for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why they decided to make the golems infinitely spawn besides just to annoy the, just to annoy the hell out of all of us, I guess. So this is where things are going to get just a little bit more annoying too. Is now I have to figure out where I'm supposed to be going because I need to go back and open the door that I had before because I think it's this room. When you come in this room and you get this cutscene, you're going to get attacked by golems. When you're in this room, don't do what I did and run out of it. Instead, go to the door that's closed and try to open it, because I'm pretty sure this is the room you're supposed to be in. And this was the thing that kept messing me up, because this place, it's very maze-like in nature, so it makes me think that, oh, I have to run out and do whatever. But no, that's just not the case. So, I kind of wasted time just running out and getting more kills. But hey, if you want treasure, there's treasure right there, I think. If I remember correctly, if you want more kills to get the survivor trophies going, then you can just do that. But what I'm doing right here is kind of just technically just a big waste of time. I should have cut it out completely, but I left it in just to show you guys that if you do leave, there's no reason to leave, and that you could just make your way back to whatever you need to. And look, I'm already getting lost. Again, wondering like why the doors are closed, why it's closed this time, why I can't go through an area. And another good thing about this game I like, or just Uncharted in general, is whenever you're done with combat, Drake will actually just slow down. Like, he just somehow psychically knows that there's no more enemies left behind, I guess. Yeah, they don't spawn infinitely in here, but they will spawn infinitely in the next major fight that we'll have. So once you get that cutscene, like I said, just run to this door, and then open that up. Then I actually reset this because I kept thinking my game was glitched. I'm like, well, what about that lever thing I have to pull? Like, I have to pull that, right? I have to push that lever thing, that crank. Yeah, it was a crank, that's what it was. And I completely forgot that was the last chapter. I gotten these two mixed up so much. It's funny. Alright, now we can finally just go into the next unfortunate area. Which, luckily enough, it's not too hard to find. You got two big green lights telling me where to go, but at the same time, this part will be rather annoying. This is where things are going to start to get really annoying, and get ready for this. So, MP40, whatever, just aim and walk up to this corner right here to try to catch these first two guards off guard. These first two enemies. After they're done with, you're going to want to point, down right here. Try to go for a headshot. This killed him off. Run down and then run immediately right back up so you don't get shot and killed by these guys. And I don't know how this happened, but somehow they started... Like, I guess I must have spawned the golems in at the same time, because that usually never happens for me. So I got really lucky with this. Where the golems just ended up spawning and they just got distracted, so that helped out massively. Shotgun might be nice against golems, but it's not something I'm going to use. By the way, MP40 and then the 9mm is my recommended setup for this. If you can get your hands on this pistol, then I would recommend it. Because you got this guy up here. You don't have to fight him, but he's just stupidly annoying. Like, I really hate this guy. Right now, there are no infinite spawns for golems. You can just run through and just kill everything. Hide behind this crate to watch out for the sniper. If he starts to kind of, you know, locate you, he starts to kind of stabilize his laser, just take cover. Because for some reason, he can still kind of, I guess, see me. Even though I'm behind the cover. It's really weird. Yeah, again, I'm trying to go for headshots, but he's just hiding right behind the glass. If you don't see the laser sight, then that pretty much just means that you can't actually hit him. It's really obnoxious. And this is just bad aiming. This is just bad shooting, bad aiming, all kinds of things. So I apologize for being absolute ass at the game, but it happens. Alright, coming up here will be a checkpoint. I think it's like right after you kill that golem. I recommend picking up your MP40 because there will be more MP40 ammo right here. And then once you clean these guys out, it should be a checkpoint. Oh, okay, that's right. The checkpoint was further up. That's right. Okay. Sorry, I kind of forgot a little bit about where it was. But yes, the next checkpoint is actually up here. You'll even see a edit where I, respawned with everything. All right, climb up here, shoulder swap, and shoot this guy down. Then, after that, this is where things are going to get really, really difficult and really annoying. So I like to lob a couple grenades over in the distance because I know that's where these guys spawn at. I just toss every grenade because there's plenty of them just on the ground. Now, there's a couple ways you can do this. You can, if you want to take out the sniper that's going to be on the other side here, just grab the dragon sniper and then just run up and just shoot him and run back. The problem with this area is this is where the infinite golems are going to spawn from. So you kind of have to make your way through this. Now, what I'm doing is I'm running across and just tossing grenades to try to kill the armed guys because, let's be honest, they're going to probably start pointing at me, The golems are annoying, but they're not that bad. It's just these guys you have to deal with when they start to try to shoot you down. It gets really irritating. So, hide up on top of this box because golems cannot climb. That's the major thing. Like, if you have a box you can hide up on top of, just do it. Preferably this one so you can hide from the sniper. And, of course, I happen to be running out of ammo, and that's why I just decided to start, doubling back and try to get something, anything. If you get hit, just start running. Running wherever you can, run as far as you can, and just avoid these guys at all costs. Because dealing with the golems is just not very fun at all. The fact that they respawn infinitely is just the most annoying part. And I would recommend not dealing with the sniper. There's no point. Just heal up, run across, and then every once in a while just do a nice little, evade roll, and then you should be fine. And then from there, we're going to do another hard chapter, I believe. And that will be pretty much close to the end game. We've got a couple more chapters to go, and that'll pretty much be it. So once you get in here, climb this ladder, and you're practically safe. So there you go. That chapter took a while, by the way. But anyway, that's it for this. So take care, everybody.